Took a breather and came back in no time. Put the ball in my possession and it's showtime. I'm taking the last shot, coach, don't mind. I'm a different predicament, so it troubles you. Game clock ticking and I'm coming for the W. One man ain't enough, they gon' have to double two. Get ball shot made, all the fans loving you. Time expired, everybody rushing you. Now you done showed them what you about. Try to tell you we was gon' make it without a doubt. Do what they can, I'm already stamping. I be shitting like Kevin Durant. I'm in the game, ate up. When I steps on the floor, I don't waste time. 2 seconds, one shot, I'ma make mine. Hit a 3-pointer on baseline. They want my spot, I'm trying to save mine. So you should move over. 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 So you should move over.
What's good, everybody? You now listening to Hoop Narrative Podcast with my bro Fred Joe once again in the building. And it's
Yes, sir. We back.
It's your boy OT right next to him, low key a little bit. And then in that upper corner, if you listening, man, we got another Seattle native on the mic, man. Jaylen Nowell, what's good, bro?
Man, what's good, y'all? Appreciate y'all for letting me be on this podcast, man. I've been following ever since it started.
Good looking, G. Yeah, no, it's definitely. It's funny. We've known you since you've been a little guy. So you was definitely like one of the names that popped up. We first names that we thought of when we was like, we got to get the guys in here. And for everybody who doesn't know, I'm pretty sure everybody does know. Jaylen Nowell went from Seattle's Garfield High School to University of Washington, now on to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And just getting started there, bro. How's training camp? What's going on right now? You got COVID and all that stuff. What's training camp looking like?
Yeah, so training camp's been real fun, man. Just being able to see the guys again, and for one, playing again, not just open gym, not just workouts for since early March. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a while, almost a year since we've been at it. So it's great to see the guys again, and it's a shorter training camp this year. It's been just about a week. We're about to play Memphis on Saturday, so it's literally just been a week of training camp trying to relearn the plays and relearn our defensive scheme. So, it's very challenging, but we're up to that challenge,
Okay. So you to clarify, you guys been in the gym since you said March?
Nah, we've been off. You know what I'm saying? Last time we played, I remember our last game last year was against the Houston Rockets.
That was the last game before the COVID.
Oh man, I'm in the Houston, the mall, chilling. One of my homies, man. We just we ended up losing that game, but we were just chilling, and then all of a sudden, boom, season's over.
Yeah.
Everybody go home.
Thought it was a joke.
I'm like, damn, this is my first year too. So I'm like, damn, like what the. Like out of all years, I only played 52 games. This was when I started learning, getting comfortable with playing in the NBA, and those last couple of games I was scoring in double digits. So I was just getting comfortable with playing in the league. So for that to happen, it was a tough thing for me for sure.
Yeah, talk about that. Just like you said, you started out second round pick. You had to climb your way into the rotation for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Just like you said, when we all started to notice, you started to find your way once you got that call up and once you started playing back up in the NBA. What was your thought process like, bro? Like when you got called back up and you started hooping and you was like, okay, I should be here.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna take you back to first, when that first initial before the season when they sit me down.
Mm-hmm.
So when they sit me down, obviously I was like, I'm angry. I'm like, like no way. You know what I'm saying? Like no way. I was killing. Felt like I was doing good enough training camp. But it just felt like I needed more improvement. So I was like, okay. let me just go down here and show everybody that I do not need to be down here. Make sure, average 25, 5 assists.
What they want to see
5
from
rebounds.
you.
Yeah, like make sure, and make sure that I'm also learning every single day as well, not just down there hooping and playing, because it's real easy. For me, it was real easy down there because I was the dude. They let me do whatever, let me bring it up, pick and roll, da da da. When I was playing up, I was in the corner a lot, just waiting, spotting up for the ball. So I had to learn how to play both ways. So I kept coming up, started going up and back down and things like that. So it definitely was hard mentally, because it's not in the same city. It's not in the same city. Some days I'm in Minnesota, some days I wake up and I'm in Iowa. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn. And that change constantly is wild. There ain't nothing to do out in Iowa. So I'm like, man, and our practices were very short with the G League, so we practiced like an hour, and I got the whole day of just chilling, not doing nothing.
What's the G League life like?
Oh my goodness. Be
I'm
honest,
sure it's gotten better from what it used to be like.
Man, probably, but man, it was tough because I was in the NBA first, so we traveling private, you know what I'm saying? And we staying at the Ritz Carltons.
It's like going from D1 to D2.
Man, D1 to D3, really.
D3.
Bruh, like I went from, you know what I'm saying, when you're in the G, you're traveling regular flights.
Yeah.
You're driving on like small team buses, so it's like 13 of us packed in a small, like little short bus, and we staying at the Holiday Inns type thing. Like it's people. Yeah, when you go down there, you want to get out. Like
I see they passed something that the guys in the G League had their own room now, so I already know.
Oh no, see that I'm happy for them because I wasn't a G League. Like I was under a G League contract, so
okay. So you got
so for us players, like when we got sent down, we still had our own things. Like they let me sit in first class on the flights, and a lot of the G League players had to sit coach and things like that. But man, that's good because that's tough.
Jay, one question I got for you, bro. You kind of briefly touched on it. I want you to talk about what your mental was like, or like what you had to constantly tell yourself in regards to playing in the G League, playing a bigger role, and then coming up to the NBA team and having to, like reduce that role. Like talk about what your mental was like and what did you tell yourself when you were down there to prepare yourself for where you go up?
Yeah, so for me, I had to try to make that role in the NBA as easy as possible. Mm-hmm. So for me, I always tried to be like, all right, when I got called up, I was like, well, damn, now I had to switch my mindset to, all right, now I don't have to do as much as I was doing in the G League. Mm-hmm. All right, all I gotta do is play D and, knock down open shots. They don't need me to handle it all the time. I'm not, making the big decisions. So I was like, you know what? Let's look at it that way rather than reducing a role.
That's smart too, because a lot of guys, I'm sure, feel like they have to do what they did at the G League on the top team, and then that's probably where they have that fight and that battle.
Oh, I had that for sure in the beginning. Yeah. Definitely. Yep. That's why I would go up and I'd be there for like 2 games and they send me back down because I was, trying to do too much. But after the trade though, we had some vets come in. I had the James Johnsons come in, and he was telling me like, yo, when you get up here, don't don't be BSing. You know what I'm saying? Because I would get up there and I'd be like, I'd be so worried about going back down that I'm just like, yo, let me not mess up.
Right.
He was like, bro, don't worry about messing up. Just, bro, like, show that you belong. So that was So, and as you can see, my numbers start going up after that trade because that was when he was getting in my head a lot. Like, yo, don't don't be playing around with these dudes. Like, show them what's really good. Show them you belong. So that
Yeah,
was when I started to break out with my shell.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
And
for
you
sure.
know, you coming into year 2 now. It's like you said, you kind of been through that ringer now, and we know you're hungry and you want to be on the floor. What's some expectations you got for yourself coming into year 2?
Hmm.
For me, it's locking up. That's what I know is going to get me on the court, make me stay on the court. As if I'm really locking up, showing that I can guard. Because we have D'Lo, we have Cat, we have Malik Beasley, who they just signed to a big deal. So
Right.
we have guys that are going to be big offensive threats. So I'm not. I'm I've been an offensive threat in all my other teams beforehand, but now we have those. The
Yeah.
older guys that's been in the league 6, 7, 8 years. And we
Yeah.
got Ricky Rubio as well.
Yep.
So for me, it's about standing out on the defensive end, and
Mhm.
my offense has always been there. So it's gonna come with more minutes, and
Mhm.
the way I'm gonna get more minutes is defense.
And you stay in the lab too, so you're going with that mindset. You're gonna find your way. Just keep creeping on up and up and up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's the right mindset to have, most definitely.
So right now I got my Suns in the playoffs. I got Minnesota right outside. Are we gonna
Hey,
see
you
moving
don't
back
know
to
too
the
many
playoffs?
Suns fans, bro. He's a real Suns fan.
Are we
You a
gonna see?
Suns fan?
He's a real.
Yes, bro.
I'm telling
Man,
you.
dog.
Hey, if y'all not gonna have fans, huh?
Nah.
Damn, I'll
Yeah.
say I need 2 sitting for me when you guys play them.
See, hopefully they let us do that joint towards the second half, like the
Yeah,
last
Second half of
36
the season.
games is when they bring
that's
that
what I was
in. But
hearing too. Yep.
if they do
Hopefully.
that, it's good. You know what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
You feel like you guys got solid chance to make the playoffs this year in the West?
Yeah, dog. I feel like we definitely do. The way we're approaching our training camp right now, and just taking it one day at a time. We're not too focused on, oh, we got to do this, we got to do that. It's more of,
Hmm.
nah, let's just learn right now. Plus, we have great veteran leadership. With Ricky coming in and Ed Davis coming in, guys
Oh,
that's been
okay.
around the league, Rondé Hollis Jefferson, they like
And
them
Davis,
coming
that's a
in.
good pickup.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
these type of guys are, great locker room vets
Hmm.
that are showing us the ins and outs of the league because we're the youngest
Yeah.
team in the league. So vets are definitely what we need on this
Yeah.
team.
And stay around them too, bro, because I know you're a man and all, but a lot of young dudes who come in the league, they feel like they know the ins and outs, and you got good vets like that, and they don't pick their ear, and you know what I mean? Always listening, always trying to, pick what they can, the knowledge they can give you. So stick around those guys, especially Ricky Rubio,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
So you got some young dudes. You just say you guys are the youngest team in the league.
Yeah.
You guys had the number 1 pick this past draft, and you got Anthony Edwards. And then you went and traded and got the young boy from Federal Way, Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah.
Uh, let's talk about you and Jaden for well. How is your relationship with Jaden so far? I know you probably already know him a little bit on and off the court. How's that been going in training camp, and how have you guys been connecting?
Man, it's been great, man, because, it's just that familiarity aspect.
Yeah.
Like you walked in, instantly connected off the rip because it's, Seattle vibe off the rip.
Right, right,
Jaden don't
right.
really talk to too many people.
Oh yeah, like as soon as I seen him, bro, he just chopping it up. Like, and
Yeah.
first thing, uh, first thing one of the trainers said was like, "Yo, I feel cool. I'm in the elevator with two Seattle dudes. Like, it's crazy. Like, yeah, you should feel that way. We the swaggiest,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, okay.
Go on.
So yeah, man. Like, but we are bringing that Seattle dog in us, and you know they're definitely seeing it. And one thing I've realized is that you know, and a lot of people are realizing like Seattle's it really is the hotbed for hoops. Like
Yeah.
we got some real deal hoopers out there.
It's crazy people are now just starting to see, but we've been, it's good that we're getting that recognition now, but we've been hollering and preaching that, man. When they were saying it's just
What
New
started
York and
that, man?
Cali.
What cause we were getting like played for so long.
Yeah,
And
bro.
just all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, now people want to give us that recognition.
Bro.
Yeah,
It's
no, that's a
crazy.
good question, Jalen. I really don't know. I definitely do feel like you young guys have definitely. I mean, I don't understand
Yeah.
why we fell off the map, but you guys are definitely putting us. I feel like in the light that I feel like a lot
Hmm.
of the basketball world has, I guess, never seen us in. So
Yeah.
I don't know how, but like I said, you young guys have been coming in and you guys been hooping, and you guys have all been hooping since playing at a high school level. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're right, bro. I don't think none of us can put a stamp on what exactly is because we've been putting in pros into the NBA since forever.
Wow, bro.
So
Bro, a minute.
Jalen, one question I have for you is, um, how are you, when you can, how are you helping J Mac in training camp? It's new for him. This your second year. So if you could talk about just a couple things you're, talking to him about to help him get through the process.
Yeah. So for me, I've been helping them with everything that I've learned. You know, it's my
Hmm.
second year, so I don't really know a whole lot, and I
Exactly.
wouldn't be the man to tell you that I do know a
Right.
whole lot about the
That's
NBA.
facts,
real though. That's
facts.
real.
You know, and plus on top of that, I never even played a full season in the NBA.
Hmm.
So you know, I'm just telling them what I can. Little things like, yo, you know, college, you know, you were able to practice 3-4 times a week and still go out there, dunk, go crazy and things like that. But here you gotta take care of your body because you're going
That's
against grown
real.
man every single day. Um, we going, you know, we're a young team, so we practice a lot. Like the
Mhm.
vet teams, you know, they come in probably like an hour, just run plays, don't even really scrimmage. Like we go in a full 3 hours a lot, and we're playing. We're playing because
Yeah.
young team, so we got to learn on the fly. And so I'm like, yo, just you take care of your body, take care of your mind,
Yeah.
because you know when you get to this level, um, you know it's a business. It's a
Yep.
business. You could be doing everything right, but at the end of the day, you're still not gonna get a shot because there's somebody else that they're
Yeah.
paying more, that they drafted over you. Um, and you know that was kind of my situation last year. Like I felt like I was doing everything right, practice, um, showing up early and things like that. But it was just
Yeah.
my opportunities. They just were not there until late in the season, and
Yeah.
so it's literally you just have to stay even kill. Stay
Hmm.
even kill. Don't let
Not too
it
high,
get
not
too
too
high,
low.
not too low. You know.
Yeah. And you're a hard worker, bro. You're a grinder. You're a winner. So, my motto is guys like you, good character, hard worker, and a winner. You're always gonna have opportunities if you just keep working. It's just about when that door opens, just stepping through. So,
Yeah. And also letting them
man,
know that I wasn't perfect either. Like
exactly.
there were so many nights where I came home and I'm screaming into my pillow and stuff like that. Like, yo, is it's a frustrating type of thing, but it's the league, bro, and everybody wants to
Yeah.
be here. So
And
that's
your
what you gotta look
competitive
at too.
edge
Be
is second to
blessed.
none. Your
Like
competitive
we're
edge is
blessed.
second to none. So,
Yeah, like and knowing that this situation is blessed. There's only 400, 450 of us. So
yeah.
just to be a part of that 450 in the whole world is just count that as a blessing, for
Yeah.
one, and be
That's
grateful
facts.
for every opportunity.
What's the what's Anthony Edwards been looking like?
Oh man, he been working.
Okay.
He been working for sure. Like I definitely think he gonna have a nice year,
Okay.
and you know, he's dope. He's a cool guy,
Yeah.
and you know, I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does. But I personally believe that he's gonna have a great year.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that's like
Rookie of the year?
Could be,
Could be.
could be.
Okay. Rock with that.
dang, yeah, I'm just thinking of the roster. You guys are really young. You know,
Mhm.
hopefully like that works out and you know, there's definitely a spot for you there. And shit, you're right. You guys can definitely make a push. If not this year, definitely next 2 years. Cat continues to grow and D'Lo. You're
Yeah.
right. You guys definitely can I think start to at least turn some heads this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Jay, man, let me ask you a question. You stayed home. You went to the University of Washington. How you feel about little bro Shane coming to the
How
University
you
of
let that
Atlanta?
happen, bro?
Hey
A lot of
man.
people are already beefing that the local guys left, but they're like, we didn't get Shane Nowell, Jalen's little brother, like out of all of
Hey,
them,
I know people are offended, man.
bro.
Hey, all I gotta say is that's my little bro, but
Yeah,
you know the type of family we are. It's just in all seriousness, we're not the family that's gonna be like, "Yo, you better do this," or
right.
"We're not messing with you." Like
Yeah,
for me, it was a situation of, "Yo, you my little bro, so I care about you and where you want to be and where you feel like you can succeed, rather than where I want you to be." You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Um, because honestly,
yeah,
I just want him to be where he's gonna be the happiest at and where he felt like he was gonna be able to grow. This is, you know, a decision that one of the first decisions that he gets to make as a man. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's real.
So I wasn't gonna be here in his ear, like all in his ear, like, no, you need to go here, you need to do this. Because at the end of the day, it works for me, but we never know. You never know. And he
Did
felt
you feel like he
Arizona
was
was great.
Did you feel like he was leaning on you for your help with the decision, or you was just like, I'm there, whatever you do?
Oh no, he was definitely leaning on me as big bro. He
Yeah,
was just like, what do you think
yeah,
I should do? And I'm gonna be totally honest. I never said not one college, because
yeah.
that's not what I'm here for. I was always like,
Right.
yo, you talk to every college coach that you can. You know, you have to do virtual visits. Do every virtual visit you can, because
Yeah.
I only did one visit. I didn't go anywhere else.
Mhm.
So I stayed, and I was like, yo, just look at your options. Like look at your
Yeah.
options and make the decision for you that's in your heart. Like I told him basically, don't worry about anybody else.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what I say. Don't worry about what anybody else around you say. Worry
Yeah.
about Shane Noel. And this is like, if you were ever a selfish person, this would be the time to do that. To be
That's
selfish.
real. That's
No,
real.
that's definitely real. I think he made a. I mean, I think Fred, you agree with me. He made a great
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, he did,
Yeah.
bro. He did. He
Jalen,
definitely did.
uh, I think the most important growth for you as a basketball player, in my opinion, was the jump from your freshman year to your
Mhm.
sophomore year in
Mhm. In
college.
college, right, bro?
Yeah, and
Yep. Mhm.
I say that because I I think this was the first time for me personally, and I've seen you play a million times. This is the first time I've seen you consistently make more decisions with the ball in your hands, and
Mhm.
also being able to, like I said, learning the point guard position.
Mhm.
Talk to me about that transition you made, and what you felt like you had to improve on going from freshman year to sophomore year at UW.
Became a
Ooh-wee.
better shooter too.
Yes, that too.
Yeah.
Three
So
ball.
man, I remember so for me, the type of person I am anyway, I just always look to what I can improve on.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I don't necessarily go in the gym and do what I'm already great at. I don't go in the gym and just always do pull-ups and always do this and always do that. I'm like, no, what am I not good at? Let me do that when I'm in the gym every single time first. Then I'll start doing things I'm good at. So my freshman year, I came in, Dave was on the ball a lot. I was playing a lot with Dave. And he was kind of our only point guard that year. So for me, they was, I came in and they were just, Coach Hop was just like, yo, we know you're comfortable running the two. We're gonna keep you at the two this year, and it was good. Just score the ball. You don't gotta worry about really nothing else. So I said, fine. But then, after that year, we made the NIT or something like that. And I sat down and had a conversation with Coach, and he was just like, if we're gonna make that next step, you have to make that next step.
Right.
So I was like, okay, what do I need to do? And, talking with him and also the Alvin Snows, the Will Conroys, that Cam Dollars, all of them, they all literally said the same thing. Like,
yeah,
like you get to the hoop, you do all this, like everybody knows you can score, but nobody knows that you can facilitate.
Yeah.
So that whole year, I was like, okay, first thing I need to do is start watching film every single day, me and Coach Rice. And there are times where I'm like, yo, so every time you watch film, I'm literally going to focus on all the moves I did and could have made a better decision. There were a lot of times that freshman year where I would get all the way to the lane and I'd shoot over 2-3 guys. Sometimes it would go in, sometimes it wouldn't. It looks good when it went in, though.
Yeah, right.
When it was off, everybody was like, what the hell? Like, it looked terrible.
Yeah.
And watching that, I'm not even gonna lie, it was pretty embarrassing to watch. Myself even doing that. So I'm like,
that
man,
film
like
be
that,
scary sometimes, man.
that film gets scary. But I love it though, because it humbles you. For one, it humbles you as a player. It's like knowing that, nah, boy, hey, you ain't perfect. Because I'm not gonna lie, that freshman year coming in, I felt perfect. Until people started until coaches was like, nah, you got a lot of other things to work on. So once that happened, started watching more film, the game slowed down for me in a different way. It slowed down to where I was able to know, all right, when I attack this way, I know this player is gonna help. So I'm gonna have him, even if that next player might help too. So I'm gonna have him on that corner. And so that's how I started thinking my sophomore year compared to my freshman year. And there were times that I was like, okay, when I drive, I know I'm gonna be able to score over him. So I'm gonna still be able to score. And then there were times like, nope, when I get past, all right, he's gonna be open. Let me make that extra pass, keep kicking it, things like that. And I'm even learning it more, even in the league as well. So that's a never-ending process.
Yeah, the NBA is positionless basketball, so yeah, you gotta be able to have the ball in your hand, gotta be able to play without it.
Yeah.
You're now listening to Hoop Narrative Podcast. We got our young boy in here, Jaylen Nowell. We're gonna get right back to you after this quick ad. What's up, everybody? You now listen to Hoop Narrative Podcast. We back again with my bro Fred Joe, and we got Minnesota Timberwolves guard Jaylen Nowell in the building. Once again, for everybody, you now listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and you can catch all the videos for everything on our YouTube channel. Yeah, so everybody listen, we're talking to Jaylen right now about his time at UW. Jaylen, what do you see right now? If you guys, I know you didn't have much time. What you see right now from the Huskies right now? I gotta ask, bro.
Put me on the spot, man.
Just tell me what you see. Like I said, just tell me what you see.
I haven't been able to watch games like that. They don't even show Pac-12 out here like that.
Yeah.
Wow. But it's a struggle, man. Like, it's a rough time. It's a rough time, and every college goes through it, but it just so happens to come after one of the brightest moments for the Huskies. You know what I'm saying? Like, we made the tournament literally 2 years ago, and then now to start off, what are we, like 0-2 or 0-3 or something like that? Really
0-3,
tough. Yeah, it's really tough, man. And there's like, I want to say there's only like 2-3 guys that were on that team last year. Even I think we got a lot of new players, so
it's tough.
A lot of young players as well. So that's a tough thing too. And when we made the tournament, I was playing with. I was a sophomore at the time, and I had 4 other seniors on the court with me starting, plus 2 other seniors coming off the bench, plus 2 other sophomores coming off the bench as well.
Right.
So we were pretty older. We were experienced and very, very talented. Not saying that this team isn't talented. I just think it's going to take some time for them to really mesh together. New year, a lot of new guys. So,
and that was one of the things I always felt like for UW. Like, if we're gonna get the one and done kids, that's fine, but we gotta build with the other kids that could stay 3 and 4 years to put around those guys. So when those guys leave, those other 3 and 4 year kids are getting better. So then when the one and done kids leave, it's not just a drop off, Like you said, you play with 4 seniors, right? Yeah, like that's beneficial.
And the tough thing about UW is that, a lot of guys that went there, I don't even know how many one and dones there are, but not many of them are supposed to be one and dones.
Right, exactly.
They just went in there and killed. DeJounte Murray, Marquise Chris.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't supposed to be one and dones, but they ended up
Tone.
They and they just went in and started killing. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, boom, they out. Which is dope, but
it doesn't set you up for the future.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. But even then, though, they still had guys coming in. Like DeJounte left, and then Markel came in.
Yep.
Markel left, then my class came in. And then, that's kind of how it was going. So, it just kind of happened to where, boom, I left, and then the other seniors left too. So it was just a whole, like, you're not gonna get seven guys of that caliber in a class. You know what I'm saying? That's just not real. So that it's tough situation. They're gonna get through it though. I truly believe that.
Do you think? How do I put this? So I mean, they did get Hop got Jaden McDaniels last year. Now there has been a lot of high school recruits out of Seattle or in the the greater area over these last. I feel like these next 2 years, including your brother, and a lot of them passed up UW. And back in like our time, even your time, like like it was a pride thing to want to put on the purple and gold.
Yes,
you,
sir.
you feel like they're taking it's a transition now that these kids want to go branch out. Or you feel like maybe not the loyalty, but you like I said, you feel like they want to branch out now. What's the reason you feel like maybe UW maybe missed out on a lot of these guys that are in high school in Seattle now?
Oh man, that's tough to say because I'm not them. But just in my opinion, I would have to say that the kind of the way the generation is going.
Yeah, that's true.
They're focused on the name of the school rather than going in and probably being able to play right away or something like that. They're focused on the Dukes, Kentuckys, the North Carolinas, and really the name. Like for me and my group, we were all focused on, we gonna go somewhere, we're gonna play.
Yeah.
To help us get to the league. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? A lot of us, a lot of people I was around, we had offers to bigger schools and interest from bigger schools. And we were just like, nah, we gonna go here, and because I know that I'm gonna be able to play here off the rip.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I told everybody my dream school, and everybody knows this, so it's not a secret. Like, I love North Carolina.
Yeah.
And they started talking to me at the ending, after Romar got fired too. So it was kind of before that, but then I committed and then had to basically decommitted because he got fired. So kind of North Carolina was talking to me too. And I was really happy about it, but then, I was like, nah, I'm gonna play more at UW. I'm gonna get more experience, rather than going all the way to ACC or all the way to North Carolina, and then just who knows what would have happened.
Yeah.
Who knows what would have happened?
It's okay to control the narrative.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Facts. 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 So yeah, that's one thing I take pride in too, which is I was able to do it until I got drafted. But I always made sure that I was gonna make the decision for me and not go somewhere where it was in anyone else's hands of whether I got to the NBA or not.
Okay. And
yeah.
what you got, Fred?
Nah, I was just gonna say, I rock with that. I rock with that going to UW. That was a smart move. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Dub would look at more kids that were like you coming out from Seattle. That's my only gripe. I feel like there's tough-minded kids, you know what I mean, that have came out of here that we let go, and they're winners, and you look up and now they're seniors and they're winning at other play. You know what I mean? Malachi Flynn, Khalil Shabazz, even CJ Ellaby. Look at some of these guys. You're like, man, I know it's tough, but you look at them and what they're doing, like they just. I feel like winners don't get that appreciation in Seattle. It's just the dudes that have
for sure
the glitz and the glint. You know what I
Definitely.
mean? Like the dudes that are tough-minded winners, they're just like, So.
Yeah, because honestly, I definitely feel that same way because I was.
You were a mixture of both.
I'd say I had both. So I was getting the attention of, oh yeah, he makes the plays and stuff, but I was also really focused on winning and just did the dirty work as well. So I was getting a little bit, but I wasn't getting crazy recognition out here to where ballers like, I wasn't getting all that. I remember being in high school being sick too, like, damn, like I'm out here doing all this and I ain't getting no Ballers Life mixtape. Like, damn, that's how they feel.
That's funny. That's funny though. Me and Fred was like literally just talking about that before you hopped on. We was like just talking about like things to ask you. And I was thinking, I ran upstairs real quick and I came down and I was like, what's funny though, bro? Like, we talk about like all the Seattle Hoopers and everybody wants to talk about like, who they feel like are the top guys that ever come out of here. And, I feel like your name doesn't get mentioned that often for somebody who's one at the high school level. You took a team, you took your college team to NCAA tournament, played at a high level for those 2 years.
Pac-12 championship.
Pac-12 championship, and now you are. Yep, and you're
also
now
the player of the year.
Yeah, and now you're starting your NBA career, and then you start to think of like the other names, and I was just like, man. And on top of it, like I said, you are a top hooper out of Seattle in the time when there was a lot of hoopers in Seattle,
especially at that time.
Where you think that where do you put yourself among like all the Seattle greats?
put myself high, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I
I ain't
respect
gonna
that.
lie.
Facts.
I don't have no numbers, no none of that. I just know that, I am one of the best to come out here, and truly believe that it's been said to by other of the top hoopers in
Yeah.
Seattle too. So, for me, I've always been the type that's like, I don't really care about what like most people are saying, because it's like, well, if you wasn't a hooper, I ain't even gonna like, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody gonna ask me about who was the best boxer in
Yeah.
True.
in the world right now. Like I ain't no boxer, you know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
ain't never did it in my life.
Right.
So for me, I'm more focused on, all right, is the Jamals, is the B Roys, do I have their support, the
Yeah.
DeJountes, the other hoopers that came out and did it, and the Spencer Haas, players like that, Zach
That's
Levine's,
real.
like, do I have their support, and do they believe that I'm one of those players? Because
That's real.
most of the time that's really all that matters to me. And a lot of it too is that um, we are in a world of mixtape and social media and stuff like
What have
that.
you done for me lately?
Yeah, what you done for me
Right.
lately? And
Yeah.
for me, I'm not. If you go on my, like, I don't have a lot of just mixtapes and stuff like that. So it's more of a, I'm more of a laid back player, to where not really, I'm barely on the gram. I'm barely on
Yeah.
Mhm.
Twitter. I'm barely doing all that. So that's less eyes to see it. You know what I'm
Hey,
Yeah.
saying?
hey,
That's
So
man,
real.
I'm gonna
I
say
know
this.
that, but it's just like, hey,
I'm gonna say this, man. And there's no cap, regardless if anybody's done played the game or not. If you really truly love the game of basketball and watch you play, it's almost like
Yeah.
poetry, bro. And I remember like that from just from even when you was in middle school, bro. Like you were
Baby
way
Kobe.
you were way ahead of your game at a young age. This is why you talk about like the whole like mixtape thing. We have a friend who trains by the name of Clint Parks, and he always talks about the basics and fundamentals of the game. And you always had that at a young age, the one dribble pull up, being able to create space, the triple threat, all these things that
Yep.
really go unnoticed nowadays. You was able to learn all that and use it at a high level at such a young age. That's why it's crazy to even hear like you talk about knowing that like you don't really have too many hoop mixtapes like that. Ain't not too many players that can stay in front of you because of the simplicity of your game as well, though.
And you look at that too, bro. Like a lot of
Yeah,
kids like Jalen get passed up. Loud resume, offense, like skilled, but because they're not doing a million step backs and you know what I mean, side steps, they're not getting the hoopla. But you look up, you're like, damn, he's averaging 19, 20.
yeah,
Still.
I like that you said poetry, because
seriously though.
that's one thing that I've always, wanted my game to be like.
Mm,
I'm a poetry reader. I love jazz music,
yeah.
and I just love music in general. So for me, I always, when I'm hooping, I always just like, yo, I want to make my game like a concert, because I love concerts. I love
Yeah.
Tell the fans what they don't know
the way they
about you
make you
then.
feel. Say that
Yeah.
again.
I said, tell the fans what they don't know about you then. Okay.
Man, dog. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't be talking that much. Don't be telling people this much. So it's great. Thank you for giving me the platform for this. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But
of course.
nah, man. Like every time I'm hooping, in my mind, like, yo, I want to make this make this a concert. I want people to leave the game feeling more energetic, more happy, more brought together. Because for me, I see hoop as more than just a game. I see it
Yeah.
as a connection between me and whoever's watching, even if it's through a television. So like when I'm hooping, it's like, yo, I want whoever's seeing this to feel like they know me as a person,
Yeah.
and they're just like, yo, this dude's game is just so smooth, and I just want people to enjoy watching me play. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's really all I really care about. And other than winning, just people have an excitement about watching me play because I love doing it. So if other people love my game as well, then that's one thing we got in common.
I used to lead a rotary like, bro, this dude's playing like Kobe, you know, the poetry, like Kobe's getting to the spots. You know what I mean? Like it was always fluent. It was never in a rush, always at your pace. You know what I mean? I was like, this dude played like a professional in the 7th grade.
Nah, seriously, bro. Like I used to tell myself all the time, and like even see you off the court. I'd be like, yeah, this kid plays exactly like who he is, like off the court. Very mature, good kid, and he plays exactly like that. Like you said, you would think he was dang near a grown man the way he acts off the court. Then I see you in high school when you're junior and senior, with your friends coming over talking like, "Oh, where y'all going? Are y'all kicking it now?" I was like, "Oh, dang, this ain't the Jaylen I know."
Remember him and Zoc? Remember him and Zoc downstairs, right?
Yeah,
me, Zoc, Shot Rob. Yeah, dog.
I was like, "What y'all got Jaylen into, man?"
Nah, man. See, yeah, that's something I also wanted to get into too. Like, yeah, there was a time where I was kicking it. Like, it was, because I was always the quiet dude, you know, just always, you know, just vibing sometimes. And for me, like going, you know, when we in high school, we trying to find ourselves, no matter how much we really figure out, how much we really think we got it figured out. Like we young as hell, so we don't really know ourselves like that. So for me, it was just a mixture of trying to find myself with also knowing that whatever happens, I want to be in the NBA. So it was a situation of, okay, let me like still be around the homies and you know, chill, vibe out with everybody, but also still remain focused on my end goal. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of guys don't understand that in high school too. It's okay to and a lot of these guys, I'll be wanting to understand that now. Like, it's okay to be the guy and be cool, but still take care of your business. You know what I mean? It's okay for you to be, you're the hooper. You don't got to be the hooper and then the dude trying to do extras outside of hoop, you know?
That's a tough thing though, because for me, I had to learn that at a young age, because I grew up South End, but I went to school in the CD since a young age. I went to a Catholic
Nowell don't play,
school.
boy.
Hey man,
Nowell don't play, man.
So I was
definitely don't play.
Yeah, I was there. I was at St. Teresa when she was there too. She don't play.
She don't play, man, at all. So you know me, I'm in the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? Like we all know, I was in the hood, like chilling with everybody, but also my mom was like, "Yo, you better get these books right." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for me, I always knew that, okay, I can still be around the homies, be cool, but still, like you said, Fred, like make sure that my business is getting taken care of at the same time. And, you know, for me, I found that balance really early. And, you know, that's tough to find that balance early because, you know, your peers, sometimes they don't understand that. And you get looked at as the oddball and things like that. Like I grew up feeling like I was the outsider in certain moments, but it was just like, yo, I always made sure that I stuck to my end goal of like, yo, that's cool and all, but I'll be the oddball out if that means that I get to the NBA. Like that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing to me now because of where I'm at.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
nah, that's OT. I just want to ask him a quick question real quick. Jay, I wanted you to, you know, you talked about, you know, you found that focusness early. You know, I just wanted to say I loved your dad. He was a great man. Rest in peace, Coach Mike. But I want you to talk about how important and integral he was to you, man. I know he was important to you. He was, you know, he was important to the, you know, everywhere he coached at. You know, I got to talk to him when he was coaching with Cam Dollar at Seattle U. I used to see him at the Rotary with you all the time. Talk about how important he was to you, man.
Man,
I know, man. I know it's
very.
tough, bro, but I know he was. I know he was a very integral to you, bro,
Yeah,
in your development, your focusedness, and everything.
yeah, man. Well, first and foremost, not tough. I believe he's still here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Okay. Yep.
Very, very. I'm a very spiritual guy, so
Hmm.
I believe nobody really dies. The energy just transforms to another,
That's real.
in another form. But nah, but most very important. Like I grew up around him all the time. Like there was weekends where I would, he played professional uh for this team called the Explosion, like Vancouver
Yeah.
Explosion.
Yeah. He was in
So
the CBA, right?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So he
Yep.
was always traveling, doing things, and he brought me with him. So I
Yeah.
got to see how he approached the game since I was like 3, 4 years old. So I already knew how to approach the game before I even started playing real hoop. You
He's
know what I'm saying?
locked
Like
in. Yeah.
he's over here getting ice before and after the games, getting his ankles taped, wearing mouthpieces,
Professional.
and like stretching and all things like that. So me seeing that, that just seeped in like real easy to the point where it became a habit. It was just already there. He was eating great, and so seeing that early, and that's really one of the main reasons why I'm here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, yeah, the professional in anything he did too. Like even after he stopped hooping, he was computer technician. I used to
Yeah.
see how he worked, things like that. So for me, it was like, yo, and whatever I do, he always told me, whatever you do, don't matter if you're a hooper, don't matter if you a garbage man, no matter nothing. Like you just gotta wake up every single day and
Yeah.
get better. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't matter about nothing else. Worry about yourself. And one thing he always used to say to me, it was like a little mantra. He was like, nobody can stop Jaylen but Jaylen. So
Yeah.
growing up and
Facts.
always knowing that, it was like just made everything else simple.
It was crazy because Cam used to tell me, Cam had told me one time that one thing he loved about Coach Mike is that he always did what he said he was going to do. He never had to trace behind him. You know, when he coached with him at Seattle, you never had to follow behind him. He always knew he was doing what he said he was going to do and always, working to try to be, try to be better, try to make the program better. And that was one thing he said he loved. He always could trust him.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
one thing he preached, as well as my whole family. Like the whole Noel
Mm-hmm.
family is based off servant leadership. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like that's all we are. That's why we don't really care about all that the glitz glamour and all things like that.
Yeah.
We just want to see everyone around us be better people at all
Yeah.
times. Just want to give out great positive energy to everybody. And
Mm-hmm.
if we can make one person smile today, like that's the most important thing to us as a family. So yeah,
He definitely raised two great
Yeah.
sons, and
Listen
both
to the
of them.
listen to the young boy. Oh.
I was just about to say, if whoever's listening to this podcast and may not know
Yeah.
Jaylen Nowell that well, he's only 21 years old. He's not.
Real
He's
shit,
not.
man.
He's not 30. I know he
That's what
sounds
I'm
like it.
saying.
This man is really mature.
Yes.
This is not even just talking about the game, because this game will speak for itself. You guys will see over this next year. But the other reason why he's going to stick into the NBA is because of what you guys are hearing right now. For
Character.
sure. Character, man.
Hmm.
High quality dude. Very good dude, very down to earth, very smart kid. And put that together with your game, bro. We definitely think that you will definitely be not only just representing yourself and your family, but you'll be representing Seattle, Washington
Yeah.
for a long time in the NBA, bro.
And your
yeah,
time's gonna come, Jay. Your time's gonna come, bro. Just keep working, stay at it. A lot of dudes don't keep the main goal, but you're humble, what I mean? You're smart, you're always in the gym, you know what I mean? Keep listening to them vets. You're gonna get your chance, bro. You're gonna get your
yeah,
chance, bro. It's just all about when it comes, are you gonna be ready? And I think you'll be ready.
yeah, for sure.
For sure.
I got a quick question before we get out of here, bro. Shane is he 17, 18?
He just turned 18 about a week ago.
Don't cap. How many times has he beaten you one-on-one?
Oh my goodness.
He's about to lie.
Nah, I'm not even gonna lie. Cause we used to play so much. We haven't played recently, but we used to play so much when we was younger.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, there were days where I would go 4-0, and there were days where he would go 4-0.
Okay.
Type things.
Okay,
we was young too. So
real.
nah, he's beat me a couple times. But if we played now, though, I'd for sure.
Dog him.
It's too serious now. It's too professional.
That's what I wanted. Yeah. I want to hear the recent battles, man.
I went through one year of the league and all like that, bro. I know too much tricks. I got too many tricks in my bag for Heems right now.
That shit matters too, bro. That 1 year in the league, that shit matters.
Bro, facts.
Man, yeah, we appreciate you, bro. Definitely for coming on. Everybody listening, Jaylen Nowell and the Minnesota Timberwolves will be in action Saturday against the Grizzlies preseason, and then you guys will be able to watch him in the regular season December 26th against the Utah Jazz. Definitely gonna have an eye on you, bro, all season. Like I said, it's gonna be exciting to see you take that next jump because, like I said before, you've taken a jump every year of your basketball career, so I don't expect nothing different from you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
I appreciate you always.
Yeah, man, it's your boy OT.
And I'm Fred Dro, man. Hoop Narrative. We out.
Sir.
Took a breather and came back in no time. Put the ball in my possession and it's showtime. I'm taking the last shot, coach, don't mind. I'm a different predicament, so it troubles you. Game clock ticking and I'm coming for the W. One man ain't enough, they gon' have to double two. Get ball shot made, all the fans loving you. Time expired, everybody rushing. Now you done showed them what you about. Try to tell you we was gon' make it without a doubt. Do what they can, I'm already stamping. I be shitting like Kevin Durant. In the game, ate up. When I steps on the floor, I don't waste time. 2 seconds, one shot, I'ma make mine. Hit a 3-pointer on baseline. They want my spot, I'm trying to save mine. So you should move over. 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 You should move over.